Everyone, welcome to today's lesson. I'm Tristan, and today I'm going to show you a way to quickly increase your ToEIC score with the help of suffixes. Now, suffixes are common endings to words. They can often tell us what type of word it is. For example, if it's a verb, adjective, adverb, or noun, and they often also have meaning. By using suffix knowledge, I have seen so many students increase their vocabulary and their overall ToEIC score. Let's look at an example. First, we can start with a base word, success. Of course, success is a noun. For example, my sister has had success in her career as a doctor. But what if I want to describe my sister with an adjective? Well, my sister has been successful in her career as a doctor. So full is a suffix. But what if I want to describe an action? For example, my sister has successfully pursued a career as a doctor. So successfully is the adverb. And ly is a suffix that tells us something is probably an adverb. So we can see that full is a suffix. We can see that ly is a suffix. We can see that fully is a suffix. And today we're going to look at 3 key suffixes you need to know for ToEIC. So let's look at the first one, mint. That's pronounced mint, not pronounced meant, mint. Mint at the end of a word is 90% of the time a noun. It is added to a verb, and as a noun, it is generally countable. Now, here are some examples of words that end with mint. This is just a small selection, but let's look at an example. Govern is the verb. Government is the noun. The hospital treated the patient, so treat is the verb. The hospital provided treatment. Treatment is the noun, so it is treat plus mint to equal a noun. She achieved her goal. Achieve is your verb. It was quite an achievement. So you can see that words that end with mint are usually nouns, and it's often a combination of verb plus mint to equal a noun. So let's look at ToEIC questions that gives this suffix as an option. What do you think for 111? Well, you need a noun. And the only noun that is clear is excitement. So you would pick D. Now let's look at 128. Well, here we're not going to use a noun because someone is doing this to the bed. So you can adjust the bed. So passive, the bed can be adjusted. You could say you can make an adjustment to the bed, but the bed can be adjusted because you adjust the bed. Okay, the next suffix is eyes. In American English, it is spelled I-S-E. In Canadian and British English, it is often I-Z-E. It really doesn't matter though. We will look at an adjective or a noun plus eyes. And what does that equal? That means make it that adjective or make it that noun. For example, the government wants to modernize the military, make it modern. So we have modern, which is your adjective, and eyes, which is make. So make it modern. Or I might say, can you summarize that report for me? Can you make a summary? So summary is a noun. Eyes is a suffix. So summarize, make a summary. Let's look at one more example. When learning vocabulary, it is important to make the words personal to you. It is important to personalize any new vocabulary. So personal is the adjective, eyes is the suffix, now it's a verb, to make it personal. Now here are some words that end with eyes. Now, one little note, the noun form of these is usually Asian. For example, if I say customize, customization. If I say Fertilize, fertilization. Now, it's not always the case, but that is a common noun form. But we can see if we have adjective or noun plus eyes, it's usually a verb, which means make it that. So let's do a little ToEIC practice. Let's start with 121. Well, we need a verb here because it has one clear ambition. And what is the clear ambition? To verb, to revolutionize the gaming industry. Let's look at 124. Well, we need a noun. We know that Asian is a noun, so the legalization would be correct. All right, the last suffix we will look at today is ibble, ibble. Pronunciation is the same. The pronunciation is just ibble. Usually, it is a verb plus ibble to equal an adjective. It means it is possible to verb what you're describing. For example, I can wash my shirt. So my shirt is washable. The opposite, unwashable. Or you can predict his actions. So his actions are predictable. So predict plus ibble equals an adjective. You can predict it. The company can profit from the new approach. The new approach is profitable. And let's just look at a list of some of these words. There's about 1,000 of these words in English. But if a word ends with ibble, 99% of the time it is an adjective. Okay, so let's do a little ToEIC practice. Okay, well, one thing that's important is to understand how find works when giving opinions. When we use find to give opinions, we don't say, usually, I find it is wonderful. We say, I find it to be wonderful. There's not a good reason for this, but before the to be, you need a noun. You need a subject. So I could say, I find the food spicy, I find the food to be spicy, or I find the food is spicy. All are correct, but it's very common to say, I find something to be. Why? There's no good reason. Anyway, so we know we need a noun before to be. We need a subject. So it's either going to be D or C. Now, if I use maintenance, I would have to say the maintenance of something. For example, constructing the building cost a lot of money. The construction of the building cost a lot of money. So both are acting as nouns, but one is a gerund. So if we look at D, I maintain the units. So maintaining the units is difficult. Maintenance of the units is difficult. Tricky question. So the answer is D there. Let's look at 123. Well, you need an adjective. So it's not A, it's not B, it's not C, it's D, affordable. If the price is affordable, you can afford the price. So they're saying, although the price is not affordable to most, the company still believes it will exceed 1 million units in sales this year. And exceed is to be more than. All right, so these are some key suffixes. We learned about mint, okay, that's usually a noun. We learned about eyes, that's usually a verb. And we learned about ibble, which is usually an adjective. All right, everyone, have a great day.